city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And away we go in Cincinnati. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there.
At their own 39-yard line.
Ready?
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First get of the game here to Chase Brown. And he gets some decent yardage there before they send him out. Looks like about 6, so we've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Give on 2nd, it's Brown. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give them 30 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. It's the defense all over this one.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Let's get set. Go, 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 go. 180. 180.
Brown gets it again here on 2nd. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead right away. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First and 10 from the 41. Now an inside give to Johnson. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking in the air here. Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board, and the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. to punt it. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And you'll love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. No one's around him. He's got space. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. McPherson and the point after. Point after is up and through. And the Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Second and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw here. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 38 out of the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious gap. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turning it into an explosive play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Sent to the ground by Josh Newton.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing now off the play action. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. It's a 38-yard look here. Boswell able to knock it through. And that gets him back to within 11.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here's
drive. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
11 MT. 11.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball like yellow on leaves, ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me, blowing a coffee, he's asleep. You weak, chic, the web look at the boots, fleet, headache. Got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay. All back here, get all back here, get back, 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 all back, 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 back. I only like bad, but a thick, it's a big, it's a no, so long as she get really, really. Listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that, and if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. But you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that, lay back, in the back. One girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a text like
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw right away. They left him wide open. It's complete. Hits the 20. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds 4 yards shy of that end zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Unconventional strategy here, to say the least. They'll try for a field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Anytime you go on the road and you can put points on the board on your opening drive, job well done.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Has room down the left sideline. It doesn't look like it. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kickback for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
He fields it from the 8. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
And I guess they've had enough of this possession. They've got the punter out there on 1st down. Starts the return at the 34. Still has some space inside the 35. Racing down the left side. And no offense needed as they take the return all the way back for the touchdown. Well, he is one of those players, Brock. We've seen teams sometimes kick away from him, and it's because of his ability to turn any punt return into 6.
Some of these elite returners, Kate, they just have a vision that's different. They can see things happening before the rest of us, and then you've got to have that elite explosiveness as well to go punch it in for 6.
Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. not seeing things incorrectly, folks. You do not need glasses. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on first down. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10. A give left side to Brown. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They'll run again with Brown. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Here we go, here we go.
Throw here, 3rd down. It's caught. Chase has it. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
The number's pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Handoff headed left to Brown. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to stay worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Ready?
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, here we go. Dot. Right 80. Dot.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as defense all over this one.
No gain on the play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Here's Brown again. Free inside the 30. And he can't get the touchdown, Brock, but plenty of yardage. He goes out down near the 10. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Now we get to that good old-fashioned situational football. In my eyes, Kate, all over this defense. How can you now respond after giving up such a long run?
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
Here we go. Right 80. Dot.
Now we gave up the middle to Piron. Bounce outside. He is a little bit there, about 3 yards. That's going to bring up second down.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Dot. Right 80. Dot.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. The Bengals push their lead to 18. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. Give to Johnson to stop this drive. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. It really creates an indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
He's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
There he is on 3rd and short. Complete to St. Brown. He's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Jumps in up the middle. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. It's in or no. They dropped another one. Hicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. Does force a 4th down. Punting unit out now. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards.
At their own 14-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. On the ground, Brown. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
12. Here we go. Stop.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Into the house it goes. It's a pick 6 and a Pittsburgh touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or 2 to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line.
one, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Brown on the inside give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. The Bengals are out in front. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. Good yardage run here for Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
To Brown on 1st down. And the ball is going to remain at midfield as he is stopped at the line, no gain. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On one, ready?
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Back.
To the air on 3rd and long. Into traffic, complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
From the gun, they get to Brown. He's able to drive that pile back on. Eric Harmon, the former Oregon Duck, making that stop.
2 yards on the pickup.
Good on 2nd, it's Brown. Oh, he loses the football. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football. Man, they had to be exhausted by that point, Brock, which makes it even more impressive that one of them somehow found the energy to force a fumble like that, finally get them off this field.
Yeah, it's thrilling for the defense, Kate, but geez, it's demoralizing for an offense because you could feel it. You could feel it when you've kept that defense and ground them to a nub, and you just feel that energy being sucked out of them, and to not take advantage of it just stings that much more.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
He's not far from that 1st down marker, is he, partner? Up to the 47, 3rd down coming up.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They go counter. It's Johnson. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. They're going for this. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 4.
Steelers 17. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
On one, ready?
Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10.
11, Thomas. Is this stop?
Burrow setting up the play action. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now lead by 10. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11.
Steelers 17.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set first and 10. Now an inside give to Johnson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A gain of 27 yards there. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during the game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with the twist, head the other way for a big run.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll throw here on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So it's second down coming up. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
The rookie from Florida found the opening, and it ends up in a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll run with Johnson. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Steelers trailing in the early going. We'll try again from the 4. It's second and goal. It's Johnson again. And this time he gets in for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers make it a one-score game before halftime. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 4.
Steelers 44.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Brown to start the drive. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Here we go.
Brown gets it again here on 2nd. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Bengals send out the punting unit. It'll be yr.2 doing the honors.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Demetrius Knight has it. And the Bengals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1, ready?
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
12. Here we go.
Now again, it's Brown headed right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, Kate, the rough showing both individually and collectively continues with this run game. The fumble earlier, and now totally stuffed on that one.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right, 80.
They'll run again with Brown. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Gun. Stop. Right, 80.
We'll air it out on 3rd. Complete now to the right. And he gets this forward to the 19. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Right, 80.
4th down, Burrow. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
He's got it deep downfield. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to pass on first and 10. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up second down. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back after this. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
On one, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Here we go.
They'll try and drive with Brown. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On one, ready?
Last one got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Here we go, here.
Throwing is Burrow. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow the lead coming out at halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Pad level, pad level, pad level. To stuff a run before it can get going means you got underneath those pads and gave that runner nowhere to go.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. He's going to throw this one. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Johnson gets it on first and 10. Bringing their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Second and 10. Here he is to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming. looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Throwing this one back in the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers start the second half with some needed points. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
The Steelers leaving their offense on the field. We got a two-point conversion coming up.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they get the two-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now.
Steelers 32. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
On 2.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Behind.
Burrow to the air now. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
4 yards there, but still a lot of digging left to do. It's 3rd and really long.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Right, 80. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He throws a bullet deep to their... They connect on the deep shot. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first. New set of downs for him at the 38.
38-yard line.
Let's get set.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Gun. Dad. 180. Right shot. Dad.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Little was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the 1st down run often leads to 2nd down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
Here's Brown again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals make it a 9-point advantage. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game.
Steelers 32.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. There's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Get to Johnson to start this drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
All about that defense there. Had them bobbled up from the jump. Truth be told, probably lucky they even got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Going with a screen to Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ross St. Brown, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Down here, need 8 on the play. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Come on, ready?
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Looking to throw, Burrow. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
180. What is that? Thomas. 12, 11. Stop.
To the air on 3rd and long. A quick slant. Here's Gesicki. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Feet nice, Kate. Feet nice. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. And that quarterback's feet nice move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end. Well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. The Steelers calling their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this.
Let's get set. 180. 180. 12.
Trying for it with Burrow. And this one's going to be close. Did he get both feet inside the chalk? Oh, no. Oh, he did not. Great effort, but an incomplete pass.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Completed over the middle. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 20. And the Steelers first down. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Ready up. 3. Let's go now.
Trying the left side with Johnson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You notice, gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Come on. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
70 Lions. Dragon 60.
3rd and long for him here. Finds him over the middle. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Gun.
Handoff headed left to Brown. This is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
One play in, Brock in this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go. Stop.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
Second and 6.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll try it left with P-Ron. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third and 4.
On one. Ready? Here we go. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Wide 80. Stop.
Brown on the inside give. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas. And we see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
Let's get set. Wide 80. Right shot. Stop.
A give now to Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
On one. Ready?
Here's second and goal from the 6.
Stop.
Now a give. It's P-Ron headed left. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal.
Gun. Stop.
Trying to run it in. Brown. Maybe should have been thinking pass there, partner. The defense all over this run, and it's going to be fourth and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time. One of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing fourth down play.
Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, the field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
30-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Buys time. Rolling right. Arlington nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down. And those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know as a quarterback when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. You got away with one there.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL game before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Back to throw it. Downfield is fine, safe ground. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
29 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. First down, play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They get to Pollard from the gun. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Again, left side to Johnson. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pump and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Looking to throw it. He's got it at the 5. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
Pollard. You can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Here he is to throw. Jump off caught by his back. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Cardinal, 7 Cardinal.
To throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That is a DB's best trait, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Down by 6, no choice but to go for this. Here he goes, gotta have this on 4th down. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he picks up the first down for the Bengals. That is the last thing they need to lock away this win.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.